just go, on.
Yeah, definitely. I'm
Okay.
also feeling charged up with your
Okay, so it's amazing to be in this office and of course chat with Purnima. And guys, Purnima has been on our live earlier also, and there has been a lot of answers, questions, interactions earlier on these lives. Today also feel comfortable asking you questions, whatever questions you have. Yeah, Seema saying summer camp. Wow, Seema, the best part is this is online summer camp. I'll give you the information about it later. But the best part is these people are experts on managing, emotions of kids. They also know about life skills. Like I've always seen the kids learn about, education skills in the school. But where do they really learn the life skills? AppyStore is doing it for us. A lot of our MUMO mothers have subscribed to the worksheets, to the app. And today, when we talk about it, you can also ask the questions you have pertaining to your kid. If you're having, questions, like I have already have some questions in my hand, which has already come in from some mothers yesterday, which is about the kid being hyperactive, with the kid being sensitive and other stuff. So stay tuned, be there because we are stealing Purnima Jha for a very, very engaging discussion. So let's start. Okay, so we are live.
Finally.
Yes.
I think we are meeting after 2 years.
Yeah, I know.
And when I met Neha last time, I remember I told her, you know what? I believe that managing emotion is a very strong thing that we have to teach kids.
Yeah.
And I told her, you know what? I want to make a video someday that will actually teach a kid. So, for example, I have seen parents who will say, "Don't be angry. This is very bad," and the parents are getting angry.
Oh.
So, can we actually teach our kids how to channelize that energy instead of just suppressing it?
And I'm sure we'll talk about it on Purnima, and I know what discussions I had personal level with you. I understand that you can definitely guide all our mothers on this. But before beginning all that, I want to first know about something more. AppyStore, of course, a brand very close to my heart, and mothers, you all know that I've worked with AppyStore quite intensively. They've been a great support. They've given our mothers so many worksheets. They've been quite graciously giving it complimentary to us. A lot of subscriptions offers they've given it to us, and we all love AppyStore app. But when I came to this office, I discovered AppyStore is not just only app. It's beyond that. It's much, much beyond that. So Purnima, what is AppyStore? If you can, tell our mothers about it.
I think when we talk about the AppyStore, it's a complete development and the learning journey for your child.
Okay.
Because if I say it's only app or it's only the worksheet, then I will be narrowing down to it. Because the whole vision that we have, that how can we actually prepare our kids for the coming 21st century, keeping the kids future ready. Your child, whatever the courses are going on now, they might be obsolete when they actually grow up and go in the college. The jobs, what you have now, they will be living in completely different digital era, which will be much faster, and the skills required will be much different.
Yeah, in fact, I agree. Yesterday I was at Garuda School and we were talking about it, and there also the education counselors and experts were raising the concern about this.
Correct.
So I suppose what you're talking makes more sense. But then, how is AppyStore contributing to it?
I think the first thing where the AppyStore completely believe is that we all talk about, and as a parent we also want, is the holistic learning. Okay. So if you go in the early childhood development, they talk about the 4 developments of the kid. That your child's cognitive development is happening, their child is actually thinking better. Then you have the socio-emotional development of the child, where is the social skill, the child when they play together, when they collaborate together, the social skill is developing. Emotional intelligence of the child, which is very important. Even in the office, in the work culture, you will find it's not only your intelligence and how much skill you have, it's also the people skill. Can we actually teach our kids how to, live together, work together? Sometimes we also do some play date kind of thing. We send the worksheet and we say, call all your friends and do it together, because the learning is everywhere.
Especially when we have nuclear families today, and a lot of kids, there are the only kids. So there are not even siblings in the house, how we had, So either we had our, own siblings, or even we were, holidaying with all our cousins in all our summer vacations. I don't think so. Today kids have that kind of, I would say luxury. So, of course, what you're saying makes a lot of sense. Are we really making our kids social? At the same time connected, bonded with their peer group, with the adults and the environment and the ecosystem around it. Okay, so amazing. So, but I've always seen, Purnima, that your worksheets, I can see some here also,
Yeah, it's
they are
all
always the talk of the town. Like all the mothers who have ever got these worksheets, and I suppose many of you have already got it, you all praise these worksheets a lot. Like people have fought over these worksheets with me, and I distributed this in grand meets as a goodie bag, and I have only limited worksheets. Mothers have literally fought over this. Why are these worksheets talk of the town? Like you get so many books around in the bookstores and all, which are talking about the similar stuff, but then your worksheets are a little different.
I think what differentiates us is, and actually this trigger also came from you only when I met Neha 2 years
I should
back.
take some royalty.
Yeah, I think you take. Because I actually met her and we talked for 1 hour. And when the conversation was almost over, then Neha said, "You know what, Purnima? It's not the product. It's the vision that you guys have. It's the R&D that you have done. You guys know lots about the kids. You have got the experts who are dealing with. It's not, we are not. It's
Yeah,
not
because
just
Purnima, a lot of people come and meet me and talk about their products, and especially app people have also come to me, but they talk about their products. So app as a product. But whenever I met you, I've met Manoj, I've met all your people. They've always talked very passionately about the concept, about kids, about the kids' development, about managing their emotions, about how to make the environment more kid friendly, how to keep kids more engaged and stimulated. So I suppose that's the passion. I suppose that has come in from the kind of research you have done around it.
Agreed. Because see, the app or the worksheet, they all are the medium through which we are translating that.
Okay.
But the knowledge, but the R&D that we have done, we have got expert panel. Even the child psychologist is there, teachers are there, educators are there. They are helping us build a knowledge platform that what a child likes, what are the things that will help and stimulate the child's development. So all those things that when it gets reflected, you will actually see the amazing difference. Because if I go and just compare and say, you know what, Purnima, you have also got the worksheets and everywhere we are getting the worksheets. So it's not about the color of the worksheet or how it looks. What thought process has gone inside.
And you were talking about something very interesting, Purnima. You were saying that after a kid is subscribed to a certain worksheet and the kid completes that one, and when he moves to the second one, there's a grade.
So
what's
basically
that?
what we have, for example, our AppyStore is for 2 to 8 year kids. Okay. So for each year, what we have developed is we said ki what are the main learning areas where we want to focus.
Okay.
We said one is the number and logic.
Okay.
Because maths is all about developing the logical skills. So how can we develop the logical skill of a child? How can listen, read, and write? Because the fluency, the linguistic development is also very important for the child. How can we help that? Then you have the arts and craft, which all kids, I think, they love it. You have a nature and science, because the science is all around you.
Yeah,
it's not
correct.
only in the book. So how can we help the child explore it?
Okay.
And then we have a social skill, which is very close to my heart. So what I have done is, what we have is, for each year, I have got the 12-month syllabus. Okay. So each month we have got lots of experts working with us, and they say these are the things the child should learn. And how the learning happens is, when you have something, when you have a pre-knowledge about something, that helps you build a new concept. You knew about the AppyStore, you had some basic concept. If I'm going to tell you about the 21st century and everything, it is fitting in your information, right? So same thing happens with the kid. If all of a sudden I start talking about the multiplication without realizing the child actually doesn't know about the addition or subtraction also. So all the concepts are built over one over another. So even for the 2 to 8 years, if you will actually see the complete linkage, so what the child has learned this month, that becomes a pre-knowledge and it gets transferred to the next month.
Okay.
So based on this, the next month syllabus gets built up.
Oh, lovely.
And so it's a learning journey. So for example, the parents who took last year and now their kids are in the next standard, there's a continuation. It's not a different class or different standard.
Oh, so it's as good as a curriculum.
It's a journey for your child.
So something I feel it's something like how you go from first standard to a second standard to a third standard, and you always prepare a base behind to make sure that your classes, what you're moving in, you're better prepared for it. And that's the same thing you're doing in. So when you're subscribing to worksheets of AppyStore, make sure that you keep the journey ongoing, because then only you'll make sure your kids are really updated on it and they know what they should know in their age group they fall
I agree to it, because we have got 2 months package, 6 month and 12-month package. Whenever parents ask me, I say, if you don't know anything about the brand, then okay, you go for the.
In fact, Purnima, on that note, I I'll interrupt you here because AppyStore is a learning app for kids and it's up to 8 years. And I've subscribed it. My boys were like, when AppyStore came to us, my boys were 8. So I just knocked on the right time. But I suppose you all are much more luckier because if your kid is 1, 2, 3, you have many years to go. Like my sister is subscribed to AppyStore. She loves the app and she has been exploring it every day. So Purnima, if you can tell us about the subscription packages also, though you keep running a lot of offers for MUMO and you've been like giving it graciously, a lot of trial offers also you've given us. But if you can tell the parents about it because now we have 1,11,000 mothers, so they'll be happy to know about it.
Sure.
What exactly is the process to download the app and then what to do
So
about
we
it?
have an Android app on Google Play Store.
Okay.
Which parents
Is
can,
it there on iPhone also?
For iPhone, we have a website, AppyStore.
Okay, so for iPhone, there's a website, AppyStore.in, and for Android, you have a app at the AppyStore app in the Google Play
And we are
Store.
also putting the link in the comment section here. They can actually directly
Oh,
download.
that'll be great. That'll be great. So we'll definitely put in the link there for all of you. And then
you have 15 days free trial also, so that parents who want to explore the app, they can explore the app.
But this app is only for parents or only for kids or
It's
for both?
only for the kids, and we have got parenting section also where we have got the parenting videos. But I will say the main consumer, the hook is the kids.
Okay.
Because once your mobile will go into your kids' hands, it's not coming back.
Yeah, I'm sure. So it's better to give them something more constructive and educative to do that.
Because there is no ad, it's completely safe, so you can be at least assured that something, whatever my child is watching.
So I downloaded the app, then there's an age-wise category and I go to my kid's age and then
So
just
once you
log in
put the
from there and I have a 15-day free
So
trial.
when you put the child's age, you will be actually getting all the videos that are appropriate for your child.
Okay, so
there are different categories. For example, here you can see there are summer special songs, animal stories, colors, rhymes, prayers.
your mother's in fact you can just download it right away also, and if you have some questions around the app also you can ask me here.
You can download the app and then you can see there. So for example, alphabets, that will be for the lower age group kid. If you are actually downloading for 7 to 8 years, then this category will not be there.
So the best part is, Purnima, basically when I saw it, see what I like about AppyStore, I don't know, from a user's perspective. There are a lot of alphabets, plants, videos there on Google, YouTube and all if you just search around. But the kind of quality work they've done in here and the kind of production they have in here and the material they've roped in, you'll not see these videos anywhere else. Like you can't really Google it and find the same video. And they've put exclusive stuff in here, right?
And so we have made even some videos in house also because we realized there were, for example, I told you the managing emotions thing that we actually taught there. Now it's there.
So we all know that as soon as you do something good, people are there to copy you, and it's a good sign too. It's a good sign,
So I actually made a video on anger management. If a child is very angry and the child starts throwing tantrum, and how his sister tells him to channelize. Okay, you start reverse counting, blow the bubbles, and now. You have to go and communicate to that person that I am hurt. It's not only about me. You said something about me, so that completing the cycle. And then I sent it. Then moms actually came and they are messaging me. My son is saying, "Mommy, now I will not be angry." I know he's going to repeat that, but it's very cute.
At least at that moment,
your child is actually reflecting. I think we have a category called as self-awareness.
Okay.
Because self-awareness is a very important, one of the life skill. That how much a child is aware about their likes, their dislikes, their weakness, their strength. Because if I have good self-awareness, then I will be able to communicate also in a better way. If my self-esteem is low, I will always feel bad. So all these things have gone in we have been very thoughtful about. We have a social skill where we are teaching the social skills to the child. Because parents say, we have got parents who are saying, what, Purnima, academic skill, English, maths, mera bacha school mein bhi padha hai. But I am really worried. Some kids will be, they will be shy, some are angry, some are throwing tantrums. And there are times when as a parent, we also feel, I need help. And I think, the one thing that binds all the MUMO moms is also, in the midnight also if I have a problem, you put the question and there are lots of moms to help you. And that is what happened when we did the Ask Expert on the MUMO. We did with Renu.
Oh my God, it went and
it was
like 7 days we were asking comments.
Because as a mom, you always have this concern if I'm doing good. It's like question is endless. If I will just write as a mom, what are the questions I have? So we have got experts who keep helping. We keep doing lots of our expert session. We
No,
have got
that's amazing, and I've experienced this personally because I've seen AppyStore for 2 years now, so I can vouch for it. But now the buzzword is your online summer camp. Oh my God! So a lot of mothers have told me that they've subscribed to it, and I don't know. I not many MUMO mothers know about it still. So Purnima, if you can tell us what is this online summer camp, and is it really, is it really stimulating? Will the kids really be engaged? Because see, when we as mothers we send the kids to summer camp, the best part is we know that they're there.
I
Okay,
think
and they'll do something more constructive. So is it really?
I think this came from my experience and with lots of moms that I meet. There
Okay.
were moms who were interested that my child should do something, but they were saying ki, instead of exploring and sending out, I will be very comfortable if my child can do something at home.
Okay.
I'm ready to monitor. I'm ready to do lots of activities, but I'm not sure what to do.
Mm-hmm.
So we said, okay, then we will tell you what to do. So
Okay.
people who are subscribed, they actually got a proper 30 days calendar with us.
Wow.
And even here also you will actually see how AppyStore work. For example, there is a family time because we say if their family is
Wow.
important. We have kept the manners. We have understand about the colors, counting, animal fun,
So
play
this is for
days.
which standard?
So different age group. For example, this was for 2 to 4. Then you have for 4 to
So
6.
if you
6
see
to 9.
mothers here, this online summer camp calendar is here with me, which is for the age group 2 to 4. And what I can read in here, it's from day 1 to day 31. Day 1 starts with spider are our friends, and they do activities around it. Day 3 is about understanding colors. Then there's also rhyme time, and then so big or small. If you see, even manners are there. And the best part, what she talked about, is also day 28 is about family time. So they'll do some exercises around it wherein you can spend some more, like kids will spend more time with parents. Okay, know your body, big or small. I suppose this is quite good. There's also science fun. I like to help. Oh my God. So it's not just academic skills, but
Actually,
you're
one
covering the
yeah,
whole sum
one mom
360
actually did this in the helping mom. We have asked, and she sent a picture where his child is actually making chapati for the mom.
So
And
sweet.
she was so happy. She said, "Purnima, this is the best activity. My child,
Ah.
a 4-year kid, going to the kitchen and saying, Mama, I want to help you."
Okay, so Jinal is asking which app name. Jinal, the app name is AppyStore.
And you will find in the comment section there is a link is there. You can just click on the link and you will find the app.
Yeah, I suppose it's there also. If we zoom in, yeah, that's
it's
Appy
Appy
Store.
Store.
You'll be able to see the mascot also very nice. Bhumika is saying I've downloaded the Appy Store app. Thank you, I like it. Great. Neha, you share the same name with me. I always say Nehas can make a religion.
Yeah,
We should come in together. Okay, so this is amazing. So how do you subscribe to this online summer camp, and how many months it goes on? It's for 1 month?
So basically, it's a part of the package. So it's not that parents have to pay something extra for the
Oh,
online
okay.
summer camp.
Lovely. Okay.
So then, if you want, you can take an annual subscription, which is for 2970. So less
Okay.
than 3,000. So you're almost paying 250 per month.
Okay, so it's like for entire year you have to just pay 2970.
Correct.
And
And
with
in
the
that
camp
entire year, for one whole year, you are getting the app.
Okay.
And for that year, you are also getting the worksheets. 25 worksheets are delivered each month. So there will be maths, English, science, social
25
skill.
each month.
Correct.
Okay, so when they're year long, you get worksheets 25 each month. So 25 into 12
And
is what you
so
get.
almost 300 worksheets are there.
Oh,
And
wow.
apart from that, for all important festival, because culture and heritage is also
Very
very
important.
very close to us. For example, this was the Republic Day worksheets.
Wow.
We made Holi worksheet. We made Diwali worksheets. And
I've seen
we
your
actually
videos,
started
yeah.
with the Christmas worksheet first
worksheets,
time in the
correct.
MUMO itself. we
Yes,
started.
and even your Dashera video was much talked about. It was
Correct,
liked a
correct.
lot because they taught kids how to, the basic story of Ramayana was
And in a cute
conveyed through.
animated form.
Yeah,
So kids
it was-
actually think it's a cute
Yeah, it
story.
was liked a lot. In fact, you should check out when you download the app. You should check out that video. The Shera video is very nice. And whenever you have a festival coming in, for example, if you are a Hindu, you can show other religions festival to your kids which they're not celebrating
Correct.
to make sure they become more closer to their friends who are of that religion. If you are a Muslim, you can teach them how Diwali is celebrated. So it's beautiful, bringing India together. So amazing. So Purnima, uh, I suppose AppyStore has very integrated, very down. Embedded value system because the kind of work you're doing. So as a brand, what are your values in the company? So as a brand, AppyStore, are you also working on some value system, some vision?
I think our vision is, like I said, ki everything, whatever we do at the end, we always have a child in the center. So how can I nurture this child in growing? Because the growth is a natural process. Even if I am not teaching as a teacher or as a mom, the child is going to learn something.
Okay.
But can we stimulate that? Can we be facilitator? Because I have been a teacher. I was teaching in the school, and now they say ki teacher, in the Google, you just go and type anything. Even my son goes and
Yeah, they
asks
say,
for
Mama,
something.
please Google.
So the scenario is that everything, the knowledge is at the fingertip. So what is the role of a parent and the teachers? It's the role of a facilitator, and that is what AppyStore is also doing. We have got very I keep asking very open-ended questions. Open-ended questions will have no right or wrong answer.
Correct.
And they help a child develop the critical creative thinking.
Correct.
And once we ask what will happen if if a fish starts walking on the road, and the answers were so cute from a 3-year-old kid, 4 year. Oh, the fish will have the accident. Fish will, I will go and save the fish and I will drop it in the water.
You should ask your kid, if you have a kid of 2-year-old here, you ask them what happens if there's a kid fish walking on the streets.
Yeah,
right?
and share with us. In fact, I have seen one child actually has drawn that, imagining we have asked the question if the tree starts walking on the road.
Wow.
And that example was in actually Telangana when it was, during that it was a strike going on there.
Okay.
And that they actually made the trees stand on the road. So just think, child has the immense potential to think. I am no one to actually make him think. All I am doing is giving a thinking environment where the child
I can correlate with this. I've studied in St. Joseph's Convent, and I had a principal, Sister Alexis, and once she told me I painted the sun green and the tree red, and all the kids were laughing at me, and my principal told me that it's fine. You can do what your heart says. You can put in your creative juices. The sun can also be green for a person who wants it to be green.
Yeah.
So it's all good. So I suppose the same way you should not be the dream stealers, but let your kid explore. And on that note, Purnima, I have a very interesting question coming here from a mother who's saying that I have a hyperactive kid. I suppose all the mothers will correlate with this question. I have a hyperactive kid who's 5-year-old. When he's warned not to do something, he'll purposely do that. I'm finding it difficult to manage him. Please advise. So again, I'll repeat the question. Are we stuck? Okay, we'll reconnect. Okay, we'll wait for 2 minutes. Yeah.
I heard a very nice worksheet. I'm not able to find it.
Okay. Is it this one, I spy?
Huh. I just got very interesting anecdote from a MUMO mom.
Okay. Are we live? Okay, perfect. Sorry guys, there's a network congestion and people are calling me, please don't call. Right now I'm live. Okay, so I have a very interesting question from a mother saying, I have a hyperactive kid who's 5-year-old. When he's warned not to do something, he'll purposely do that. I'm finding it very, very difficult to manage him. Please advise. So
I think this was a question. We have one nice video on our YouTube channel, because we have, like I said, we have got lots of child experts. So Prachi Chitre actually made lots of very nice videos.
Yeah, Prachi was online also last time.
Correct. So if your child is hyperactive, what to do? Because what happens is, one thing is, when our child is very active also, we term it as a hyperactive, which is not correct, because being active is not hyperactive. Hyperactive is actually a clinical condition.
Oh.
And the second thing, like most of there will be many kids, who will be very active and you don't know how to channelize their energy. The first thing is that you also need lots of energy, so please take care of yourself. And the thing is, your child has got lots of energy and it's a very nice thing. So all you have to do is channelize it. Channelize it. When you have to channelize, you have to understand the inclination of the child. For example, you know what? If I have to teach you and you are a visual learner, then the best thing is I have to give something that is very
like
visual to you.
Yeah.
But if you are a child who is a good auditory learner, that even if I do some activities where the eyes are closed and then you are actually listening, only this sense organ is working. Similarly, there are kids who are bodily kinesthetic.
But how can mothers assess What kind of,
So, for
kid they
example,
have?
you would have seen there are kids. I get moms who will say, "Ki my child, I am giving you a worksheet, Purnima, and they are coloring nicely for half an hour, 45 minutes." On the other hand, there are moms who say, "Come on, मैं तो 45 second भी नहीं बिठा सकती हूँ." The child will not sit at one place.
Correct.
As a mom, then you have to find out कि how can we channelize that? ये बच्चा एक जगह नहीं बैठता. Can I give some physical activity that will make the child engaged? For example, even in our app, we have got lots of yoga videos, and they all are quite animated videos. So you are seeing some animation,
Okay.
and the child start copying it. They are teaching the different yoga sun because learning is everywhere.
So first, the
It's
mother
not
has to
stuck
understand that what kind of, I would say the kid, the way the kid has started learning is, it might be very unique to your kid, might be very
Each
different
child
from,
is unique, so the learning will be also
very
unique.
different.
And
Okay.
recently, I that's what I wanted to show you.
Okay.
One day I was actually thinking, learning is not inside a classroom or inside a house. It
Okay.
can be anywhere. And summer vacation is a time when I'm going out.
Mm-hmm.
In that time, if I'm telling a parent, okay, you go sit at home and ask your child to do worksheet, it's not
No,
good.
no,
Can I
no.
do something else? The child is going out with you. For example, my brother is in Pune, and for the 3 hours journey, my son will be, I'm getting bored, I'm getting bored. What to
The
do?
glory of boredom.
So we made this I Spy worksheet, and we said, whenever you are going out,
Okay.
you take this. And the whole activity is they have to tell, okay, how many times I saw the traffic signal.
Whenever you spot
Did I
that
see the
thing.
horse? Did I see the cow? Did I see the blue car? Whether the river is there? And
It's
when
like bingo.
I know. And you know what? When we made it, it was looking okay, simple activity. Because we keep doing lots of worksheets.
Mm-hmm.
So one of the MUMO mom is Dhara Seth, and I'm really happy with the experience she shared. She pinged me at 6 o'clock in the evening. She said, "Purnima, we are going out because my child wants to do this worksheet."
Wow.
Okay. At 7:30, I'm pinging her. And then she is saying, "Purnima, we are still out. We have seen the school bus, 19 ambulance. These are the few things that are still missing." And yesterday, because that experience was so exciting.
Thank
for
God you've not
us.
put something which is from South Africa, Then the
And
kid will take-
I pinged her yesterday night and said, "Ki Dhara, did you again use the worksheet?" She said, "Today I'm going to Surat. My son has already packed it, and this time he is also having an extra notebook so that he can count it." So
Okay.
blue car, last time
How many
he
blue
was
cars?
actually rubbing it every time. She said now he has a different notebook. So
So
that
amazing,
is what
right?
AppyStore stands for. The learning is everywhere, anywhere.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not saying you sit at one place and do it, but how can we ensure, it's like a balanced diet kind of thing.
Okay. So Aparna has a very interesting question, Purnima, for you. My boy gets angry and gets upset if not done anything according to his choice. He even starts hitting me or my hubby. How to deal with this kind of issue? He mostly gets angry over small things.
Correct. So what we will do is we will because like I said, the anger management is very close to us.
So you're saying they should go on YouTube and search for
So
anger
no, we will
management?
in the comment section itself we will share the blog that Prachi has written about
Mhm,
anger management. We have a very cute video. Please show it to your child. I wrote the script, so it's much very special for me.
I'm sure, yeah.
And then we'll share the video of the Prachi Chitra where she's actually saying if your child gets angry, how to channelize it because it's
So do watch it out, mothers. We'll put the
We will
video
put
link
that
in the
link,
comments.
yeah.
And if you are facing this issue with your kid, or if any of your friend is facing this kind of issue, you can share the link there also. In fact, that makes me come on the other question, which is a different question. She says, my son is very sensitive and he doesn't really opens up at school. He doesn't really participate in cultural activities also. He's just 5-year-old. I have communicated with teachers and I've suggested him to play with his friends, but he takes a lot of time for learning. Issues? Any issues? What is happening? Back मतलब? Okay. So no worries. I suppose you have to tune it again. Going round and round.
Okay, parents,
There's a
please
network.
download the app. We are sharing.
Bear
the
with
link
us.
here. Yeah.
I suppose